Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Forgotten stream. Tonight, I, at the last minute, decided to livecast a Trackmania match between Crazy Machine Chicks Team 2 and TFS. I'm sorry, I don't have any idea what that stands for. And I am joined by MixD.
Hi.
So I believe you're also going to be driving something tonight.
Yeah, I qualified for rally, so I'm not sure what the map order is going to be, but at some point we have 4 maps tonight, so rally is going to be one of them. Looks like we're doing stadium first. And that's all we know at the moment.
Yeah, and since this is very much improvised and we don't have anything planned, how would you like rally to go? Would you co-cast with me, or would you rather I muted my microphone?
No, you just cast. That'll be fine, I think. But just kind of expect me to tune you out, so I might not be able to respond to anything you say.
Okay,
But
if you will have any problems, just ask me to shut up. I'll mute my microphone in Discord, and
yeah,
the
sure.
viewers are going to hear me, and you won't.
We can do it the other way around. I could just turn off my headphones for Discord. Not a problem.
Yes, so Map 1, ULR3 Cyclone by Snek, which is Stadium, is just about to begin. And we're off. Who do we have? We have Team Cemko and Snek for Team TFS, and TheSuperNoob, sepe and wormi for CMC. What are your predictions, Mix?
Well, TFS are a very, very strong team. I mean, they should really be playing in Division 1. And CMC2, of course, our Division 2 team. So I'm kind of expecting to get the TFS will win easily, basically on every environment. So we're just, from CMC2's point of view, we're just going to try to drive our best and enjoy the match as best we can. You know, even when you get beaten, kind of as I'm expecting 6-0, maybe not on stadium, but, you know, in other environments, you know, if you drive well, you can still have fun.
Yes, I do know what you mean, and I completely agree with that. And we already have round 1 done, which went the way of TFS, but that was pretty close.
It was, yeah, it was all mixed up. So it was closer than I expected.
Yes, I saw somebody having a minor crash at the beginning of the round from CMC, and that, I believe, would cost the CMC players the round.
So wormi and sepe are pulled out a handy lead. I mean, it's obviously not much.
Ooh, Tim has a bad crash. He's backflipped.
Oh, here comes Snek. Oh, and a mistake from sepe.
Yes, sepe, I believe, has some bug or something.
But this is still a CMC round, just. But it is tight at the front here, but we're coming into the closing corner. Wormi can just hold this together.
And he will do just that to assure the round win.
And everyone else finishes. Okay, without further mistakes. So that's 1-1.
Game on then. Let's see if CMCs can actually keep that up.
I mean, this is the environment. Stadium's the one that I would say we have the most chance on. I think everything else is going to be a bit more one-sided. But we'll see. You never know. I mean, I think when we previously played TFS on the other 3 environments, and we expected to get crushed. But Island, for example, was 6-4, if I remember correctly. So that could have gone either way.
Yes, things like that do happen, especially with these maps, which are quite crashy, I would say.
Yeah, So here we have TFS with a 1-2, which is enough on its own to win, even if their third driver doesn't finish.
Yes, indeed, that's just how the point system works in this mode.
And come to the last corner, unlikely to be a mistake here, and yeah, close it off.
And
the top 10 Daddy for
yes,
Snek.
Snek actually with a very good time. And Cemko, meanwhile, with a 59.56, which is...
Yeah, that's fast. Wow. You can see the Daddy one is 59.18, so he's only 0.4 behind that.
Yes, so that was pretty rapid indeed. Ooh, I just saw somebody from CMC, I believe that was SuperNoob. No, that would have been sepe, I think. Crashing. Now SuperNoob also touches a wall. And Tim also had a mistake, so it's 3 players out in front, Snek, Cemko and Wormi, who haven't really crashed yet this round.
Well, all we can hope for, I mean, is for Wormy to chase them down. Oh, and Tim makes a mistake. Okay, so, but Wormy still needs to get... He would need to get to first place, so it would...
With just one corner to go, that just doesn't seem to be happening.
Okay.
Yes, another 1-2 for TFS. So that is 3 for 1 for TFS. And a little disclaimer for any potential viewers. MixD and I are obviously both CMC players, so we're going to be slightly biased on our commentary. Don't expect us to be impartial.
I think we do not too bad, you know. The main thing is we'll say things like, we are going to lose this round, you know, when we mean CMC2. We do our best. Okay, so CMC with a 2-3-4 is enough to win at the moment, but it's very, very close. I mean, all the way from second to... Oh, somebody made a mistake. Snek has dropped back.
And it's quite a fight for the third place.
Yeah, Tim has pulled into fourth, so this is still a CMC round at the moment. It's going to be close, even for first place. So there goes Wormy.
Yes, Wormy.
Wow.
Actually takes the round with a 59.82.
That's a turnaround. That's a 12-9 round for CMC.
Also looking at the scoreboard, Wormy is doing alright. In second place, 4 points behind Cemko.
Yeah, and he also has put in a good time, a 59.82.
So yeah, I do think TFS are the favorites in this matchup, but...
Yeah, of course.
And as I say that, I think I saw Team crashing.
Yeah, there's been a few mistakes. Sepe is also pulling up the rear, but there's a good fight for the first 3 places.
Yes,
CMC with a 2 and 3 chance up there.
Wormy is currently in the lead, and Snek with SuperNoob are fighting for second position. Snek so far prevailing. Ooh, SuperNoob.
Well, that changes it. Yeah, so that's oh, and a mistake from was that Snek went out. So everything's changing so fast. That going to be a TFS round.
Yes, sepe was just too far behind to capitalize on Snek's mistake.
And look at these times again, 59.59 from Wormy.
Yes, Wormy has warmed up apparently. SuperNoob with a wall touch right at the start. That doesn't mean he's out of the round yet. Anything can happen. Cemko and Tim are in the lead at the moment, followed by the Finnish duo of sepe and Wormy. Let's see how this round unfolds. Cemko with a touch. He will have lost a couple of positions.
There's Noob. So Noob comes in. Oh, this is a CMC round at the moment.
Yes, and Wormi actually managed to overtake Team and pull away into the lead. Sepe on Team's tail at the moment. And Team's crashed.
That should be safe for CMC, but you never know. Things can always change.
Oh yes indeed. This is a very much action-packed game.
Okay, so another another 59 from Wormi.
Yes, he's really in the groove at the moment.
Yeah.
And that means he's top of the scoreboard with 36 points so far.
Right now, TFS still have a lead, a 4-3 lead in terms of rounds. And of course, we're going to 6 points on this map. No tennis mode.
Yes, so at the moment, Cemko and Team are in the lead, but the Finnish duo are trying their best.
Snek has fallen into last, but still, a 1-2 would win them it. Oh, and Noob with a bit of a bad line there. I think he probably got a Ramstein or something, I didn't quite see it. Anyway.
Cemko still in the lead, Tim in second place, Wormi close on his tail. But that looks like... Yes, that looks like a TFS round win.
Yeah.
With a dub.
Is this Cemko or is it Chemko or... I'm not sure.
Yes, I'm just calling him Cemko. No idea
That's
to be
cool,
honest.
So this is potentially map point for TFS. They're 5-3. If they win this one, that's the end of this map. They've won.
Yes it is, so it's all or nothing for CMC at the moment. If
And
they
Noob with a mistake. A Noob mistake.
Sepe trying to overtake the trio of TFS players, successful so far, but that just will not do unless something else happens. And he actually...
Wormi is giving it his all. Wormi now taking over. Sepe falling behind. So at the moment this is a TFS round with positions 1, 2 and 4. 1, 3 and 4. Sorry, did I make a mistake or was that just a change? Doesn't matter. Anyway, 1, 3 and 5 now is still a win.
Yes, a comfortable round win for TFS with another 59.67.
Alright, well, good job.
Can you please set a spectator password? I just don't want to put it on stream.
Yep.
So map 1, 6-3 for TFS. I will just post the link to the stream on Discord.
I forgot to get a screenshot there.
And I did not think of taking one, but we have, I believe, everything archived in my video.
And we'll have everything in the match logs as well, but it's yeah, the video is probably a better reference. It's easier to grab the individual driver points and such like from that.
Yes, and I also believe that there is more chance of videos on YouTube surviving for longer than some sort of logs which are kept on a server.
That's true.
We will have backups, but you just never know.
Indeed. So, Stadium, unfortunately, was, I think, CMC's best chance of a map win. So that didn't work out. But we'll just see. We will see. I mean, it's quite possible that TFS aren't fully trained for this match because, after all, they don't really need to be fully trained to win this match.
Yes, they are comfortably first in their division. Nobody can take that position away from them, so they just didn't have the incentive, maybe, to train too much.
Well, they wouldn't have had the incentive, but that doesn't mean, we still don't know if they have trained or not.
That is absolutely true. We shall
Because after all, we do play the game for fun. And training is meant to be enjoyable.
yeah, if you like the map, why not? Just put some hours in. Also, most of the world is still in lockdown/quarantine anyway.
That's true, yeah. So time on people's hands for a lot of people. Yeah, I think this map pack is better than previous ones have been in this particular league.
I do
Deserts.
I do agree with you, but this particular track, ULR3, which is called Fuck Love, by Hawfast, who is also known as Frozen, I believe.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't like the blind start. Because there's this huge pillar hiding the real turn into the first checkpoint. You just cannot see anything, there is no reference.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's not so bad at the start of the map, though. I mean, it's not like you're coming into that section with wildly varying speeds, which might be the case if it was an obstacle further on in the map. I think it works okay. I think this is a pretty good map overall.
I still am very much opposed to that decision of having blind turns even at the start. It seems to be a common trend putting obstacles in blind spots after blind turns.
Yeah, in general, blind turns are, yeah. I don't really get why people do them. Sometimes it's unavoidable for, the specific thing you want to do on a track. You want this turn after that one. It's going to end up blind then. Damn it. But,
yeah, but at least don't put obstacles after blind turns. That
yeah.
I find really annoying.
I see what you mean, yes. Yeah, there is that edge as well.
Let's see how these players are going to tackle this track. It's not that easy to tell who is going to be driving for TFS at the moment. I'm pretty sure CMC lineup is going to be Wormi, Ceres and Jake. And you're only playing just for the sake of playing?
Yeah, just for the sake of playing. Why not?
Oh, we have Minwi on our stream. Hi Minwi.
Hello, Minwi. See, we're going with a French pronunciation for Minwi. I noticed, I had gone for the anglicized version of 2100 rather than Vincent. And then, for Minwi, it's like, no, let's go with French for Minwi. Okay. A little bit of inconsistency there.
Well, I don't know about you, I sort of pronounce... It's hard for me because I speak French. I know how to pronounce things the French way, and then changing that into the English sort of version.
Yeah, so you say Vince rather than Voss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Halfway house.
But
It's a tricky one. I think from a spectator point of view that 2100 is much more understandable. With a name like Minwee, you can kind of get away with it. You know, it's still distinctive enough. Do you see what I
yes.
mean?
And meanwhile,
Anyway,
round 1
match on.
has started. And we have Hawk from TFS leading, followed by... Well, how do I call him? I would have called him Mizu. That is just straight up weird when you are casting in English.
That's a
Ooh,
good point, yeah.
and he's crashed.
Okay, so who did we lose? Mizu. Mizu?
Mizu? I don't know. How would you have called him? You're a native English speaker.
I would have said Mizu, but yeah, who knows? I mean, he's from France, I should say. So I really don't know. My French is just not good enough to determine what the intended pronunciation there might be. Anyway, so this is a CMC round with a 235. That would be enough to win at the moment. But this finish is so crashy. But the 235 comes in. So 1-0, that's a 10-11 round, so it was tight. Any change, you know, and it could have been a different result.
Yeah, and also to touch on Minwi once again. I'm calling him Minwi in English, but if I were to go full French, that is of course Minwi.
Oh, God, yeah, okay. Slightly different.
Because
Alright.
Nuit is not the same as
Oui.
Minwi. Because night is la nuit, and midnight is minuit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay, so we have Hawk and Hawki in the lead now. Hawkeye.
and Hawki crashes right there. There was also a massive crash by Ceres in this round.
Where is Jake? So Jake is the only one who could potentially change this. Well, unless Hawk crashes, I suppose that's the main. But he does not.
Yes, Hawk wins another round, and that should be, I believe, 1-1. The scores are tied.
And that's another 11-10 round. So it's, I mean, it's close at the moment. Hawk and Wormy at the top of the leaderboard on driver points.
Yes, it is quite a crashy map. I already saw somebody from CMC crashing after two winning episode. Ooh, Ceres with a big crash.
That's catastrophic.
It is indeed.
TFS with a 1-2-3 should be able to just drive safe. They have a useful lead, 1.4 seconds ahead of Wormy from Mizu. Hawki or Hawkeye is losing a bit of time, but that won't be enough.
Yes, even if Wormy is ahead of him, that is still 1-2 for TFS, which is good enough for victory in any case. Yes, unless something crazy is going to happen at the finish, this is an easy round for TFS. And it is indeed with a double 58.
Yeah, you can't really count your chickens on this map though, because that finish is potentially so crashy. I mean, I don't think we've seen any crashes there yet, but it's scary. It's a scary finish.
Is it really crashy? I mean, I didn't really train this track a lot, like 5 minutes maybe before the TCC on Wednesday, and then 5 rounds in the TCC itself. I didn't crash, but I was going slow.
So TFS, a couple of mistakes from TFS. So this is a chance for CMC, and somebody from CMC is using their horn, the clong horn. It makes exactly the same sound as hitting a pipe in desert. So it's used to potentially confuse opponents.
Yes, so that is
All in good fun. It's, you know, there we go. You hear the clong again. Clong.
I unfortunately don't have the CMC skin for desert for some reason, so I just
That's
see
shocking.
three grey cars and a standard horn.
Well, Wormy has a custom skin, so it's interesting that you don't have that either. Anyway, CMC win. We failed to commentate a CMC round win, but that's okay.
Yes,
Good time from Hawk. Look at that, 58.01.
yes, and that was a 2-3-4 for CMC. We're into round number 5. Jake and Wormy with slow starts. Ceres mixing it up, currently in second, behind Hawk, who is once again speeding away into the distance.
CMC2 need to use their horns more. I think that's the key to it. But yeah, this is TFS round at the moment, but it's close. Mizu is trying to get past Ceres, and that would make it safe for them.
Yes, let's see if anyone's probably going to crash. My bets are Hawk is not crashing this round. He seems to be...
He's been very consistent. Yeah, very impressive on this map.
Yes, he's fast and consistent. Another 58 from him.
Yep.
A third position from Mizu and a finish from Hawki, and that is 3 for 2, TFS in the lead.
Yes, with that 1-3 finish for TFS, you can't lose the round. You can potentially draw if your third driver doesn't finish. But a 1-3 is pretty safe.
So, into round 6 we go. Hawki with a bad start. He's quite far away from the rest. In the lead we have a Mizu and Hawk, and I believe Ceres had a massive crash and Wormy had crashed before him. This...
Yeah, so TFS should just save this, and
yeah, this just
yeah.
does look like a horrible round for CMC with probably no chance whatsoever.
Yeah, they have more than a second lead on Jake with a 1-2, so as long as they drive this finish safely, they're all good. And they do, so that's that will be 4-2 for TFS.
Yeah, all good in the hood for TFS with a double 58 low. Impressive performance.
TFS for some reason don't understand car horns. It's like they don't get the concept that everyone in CMC uses the same horn, and it's a different horn for each car, but or each environment, I should say.
So yeah, the confusion plan seems to be working.
Yeah, I've noticed this in their comments before, that they look for one driver who has that horn. It's like, no, every driver on CMC has that horn. But anyway.
Yes.
But nevertheless, doesn't really affect their driving.
No, it doesn't. So we have Hawk and Mizu leading this round, and I believe Wormy and Jake had probably crashed somewhere at the start because they were locking in arrears the whole round. Hawki also didn't have a perfect round this time. And Ceres trying all he can do to stop TFS from finishing 1-2, but that does not prove to be successful.
Okay, and that brings us to 5-2. So at this point, CMC really need to pull out the stops. They would need to win. We would need to win, I should say, 4 rounds in a row.
Yes, so it's map point for TFS. Potentially last round for this map.
Yeah, somebody slid away. Was that Hawki? Hawkeye?
Hawki and Mizu lost a bit of ground in this round, but Mizu is coming back. He's already ahead of Ceres. Wormy had a bit of a contact with that wall, so he's now down into third.
So we're really just hoping for a TFS mistake, and we get one. Okay.
Yes, that is Hawk crashing for the first time in this match. And Wormi
And
still fighting Mizu for the lead.
yeah, it all got a bit messy there. I think everyone was struggling through the tunnel for some reason, and Ceres
Oh,
crashes the finish,
Ceres with a
and
bad
that
crash.
respawn for Christ's sakes.
Will he have enough time to finish? That is a question. No, he will not.
Wow. Okay, so that's a draw round. Okay, I don't know why you wouldn't just respawn there.
That is ridiculous. Worm is saving the round. Hawk helping with that massive crash. Unfortunately, Ceres didn't manage to finish.
That's where our biases show through. You know, if it had been a TFS player, I wouldn't have been saying, respawn for Christ's sakes. So yes, the inevitable bias. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so TFS with a 1-2 again. A 1-2-3 actually.
Yes, Mizu is leading from Hawk, from Wormy and Ceres at the moment. But unless this round is going to be handed over on a plate, it is a TFS round. I mean, surely they can't make that much.
I think you've seen a round handed to you on a plate you can still smash the plate.
That did unfortunately happen.
And TFS with a 1-2. It's a good job, TFS. Well done. They get a 6-2 win on this map.
Yes, and Mizu actually rounded it out with a 57 and daddy top 10.
Oh, wow. Nice.
A quick round.
Yeah. Again, impressive.
But then again, just as you had mentioned before, they are Division 1 material.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't expect old geezers like me to compete with these youngsters. Although, to be fair, I haven't driven yet, so CMC2 youngsters versus.
So, nobody's complaining, so I think we're going to have Coast as our map number 3 for tonight.
I'm gonna try to get our honk power up. There we go. Okay, a few more horns. Tell me you have the coast horns.
Yes, I do indeed.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of turkey, I believe it was.
Yeah, the turkey.
A lot of turkey bashing in this match. What did the poor foul do?
Do you see what I mean? Do you see the comment from Mizu now?
Yes, indeed.
How can you not? How? What the fuck? How? Well, what's confusing about this?
I actually, until last year, had no idea. Well, maybe not last year, but I had just forgotten that you can have horns embedded into skins themselves.
Yeah. Well, you must have known that, because how long have you been using CMC skins?
Yeah, I think I've had CMC skins from like 2015, maybe earlier.
So, you would have known.
Yes,
And just
but I definitely
slipped your mind.
forgot, because I'm also getting older now.
Yeah, the old dementia squad coming in there.
Alzheimer's.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to use that word, but I forgot it.
Alzheimer's isn't really merciful towards us.
Oh, I am making such a mess of this. Thank goodness I'm not actually driving this map. I mean, okay, I can't drive this well enough to qualify anyway, but, you know, it's still nice to drive it well and qualify. I'm going to blame it on stream nerves.
We actually have 8 viewers for a Division 2 match. I wonder...
Well, what? But this is not really a match. I mean, this is more like a spanking, I think, is a better term for for what TFS are doing to every Division 1 team, basically.
Division 2 you meant.
Division 2, I did mean that.
Yeah, so they basically just want to finish this with a clean sheet, unbeaten.
See, I should rename this horn, because it is actually, it's a punch sound and then the turkey. Well, two punch sounds and then the turkey. I should change it to a spank. Spank turkey. Although, no, maybe that has some rude connotations that are obviously... my mind doesn't work that way, but I'm sure some people will try to make a rude joke out of it.
Yeah, some people inevitably will.
I think for those who remember the heady days of the 1990s internet might remember games like Spank the Monkey and good times.
No, I'm
Or was that even the early 2000s? I'm not sure.
not old enough to know about such things.
Really? Oh, okay.
I didn't have any access to internet before 2007.
This whole these sound effects are actually from Doom 3.
Is it?
Yep, the punching and the turkey is all from Doom 3, and my avatar, if you take a look at the scoreboard, my avatar is also from Doom 3.
Well, for me your avatar is just some checkered square.
Oh, goodness me!
but,
Honestly,
but I know what it looks like from
you
your
need...
forum profile and from Discord.
Look, if you're going to do professional streaming and casting, you need to get these horns and avatars in properly. Okay, I better go to spectator mode because we're about to start this match or this map.
Yes, and in a few seconds we're going to find out who's going to be driving for TFS, because they do have 4 players at the moment.
So everyone's going to switch to serious mode. No more horns, no more turkey. Probably, maybe.
Alright.
Depends who's driving.
So, we have Jake, Ceres and Wormi for CMC once again. The lineup hasn't changed from Desert, and we have Snek, Tim and Hawk for Coast. I'm actually quite surprised we don't have Cemko on Coast, who is an outstanding Coast player.
Well, it may be that they, feel they're going to win Coast anyway, which they probably will. Maybe they just want to give other people a shot of driving. Although all these people have driven in previous environments, now that I look. I don't know.
Yes, so it is round 1 at the moment. We have Tim with a crash, Snek had crashed earlier, Jake seems to have crashed, so it is Hawk far away in the lead, followed by Wormi and Ceres. And then 2 TFS players. Tim is having a sniff. He's probably looking at that second place.
Well, they do have a win at the moment with 145 anyway. These TFS positions, and well, 135 now. It's a TFS round. Yeah, it may be that they're not using their best drivers just for the purposes of making it a closer match. I don't know.
Maybe, or they just really did go with people's preferences.
So we lost somebody.
Yes, that was a Wormi with a terrible start.
Not too far behind though. 1 second behind at the moment. That's not insurmountable.
No, it's not indeed, but it's not really what you want to see when you are almost 1 second behind from the very start.
Yeah, indeed.
So currently, Tim and Hawkeye in the lead. Jake had a slide and fell back, and Ceres had crashed. And it's basically a 1-2-3 for TFS at the moment, unless somebody is going to crash. but from what I can see at the moment, it looks like it's going to be a 6-0.
Yeah, I think. Well, we'll see, but I think CMC seem to have really lost their focus on that round. So maybe let's get some refocus in.
Some ogogs in the chat,
Uh,
they also
yeah,
work.
that was a 1 minute 1.73. That's a pretty decent time. There's wormy comments. Only 2 of them beat my PB. Yeah, and that makes it particularly hard to win a map when your opponents can consistently drive faster than your personal best. you're you're really going to struggle.
Yes,
That's the
indeed.
situation we have. But Jake's mixing it up. He's giving it a good shot.
But that slide will have put stop to any hopes of him winning that round or even finishing in second.
Need more horns. That's the problem. Not enough horns.
Yes, so at the moment it's Tim in the lead once again, followed by Hawk and Snek. And Jake, the first of CMC drivers, is 1.5 seconds down on the leader. This is just gloomy.
No, I mean, I think CMC are just sandbagging here. I think they're just trying to lull TFS into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
I think that's plausible.
Yes, just give them the map point and then make a comeback.
Yeah, I think we'll just let them get to 5-0, and at that point we'll just start taking it.
Yes,
Engaging turbo.
all best. Thank you for your input. We do know that minuit is French for midnight, and that it's pronounced minuit. Anyways, round number 4, I believe. Tim and Hawk are fighting for the lead, far away from anyone else. Snek, their closest follower, almost a second down on Tim.
Well, we have Ceres giving a good fight to Snek, so this is where the excitement is at the moment.
Yes, two keyboard players fighting it out for the third position. But Snek is ahead at the moment.
Oh, and Ceres took it. Good job. Not enough, obviously, to trump TFS's 1-2 win there.
Yes, so that slide at the last corner from Snek nearly cost him all of the positions he had.
Hawk and Ceres both with slides. Ceres gets by far the worst of it. 2 seconds worse than Hawk.
Yes, that did not go well for him whatsoever. So it is Tim in the lead once again. Snek is following him. There was Jake. There is still Jake trying to get that second position. With Wormi close on his tail, we do have 2 Finnish drivers on the CMC lineup once again. And
this looks pretty safe for TFS now. There's only a few turns, so barring any massive balls ups. 1, 2, 3 for TFS. Alright, so it's 5-0 for TFS. So maybe CMC will think about doing a comeback now.
yes, and Snek actually managed a deady top 10 in that round with 102.49. Map point, potentially last round.
Yeah. And look at how TFS are doing in the driver standings as well. That's a dominant performance.
Yes, that is indeed. So Snek, who is in third position, is 6 points ahead of Jake. That is a full round victory up on the best of CMC drivers. So round number 6. Hawk is in the lead, Tim still in second even after that small slide, and Jake is fighting hard to stay in third position. Snek will be trying to take it away. I've got a question in the chat. What's the score right now? The score is, I believe, 2-0 for TFS. They have won Stadium and Desert.
And the other 3 environments in the other match. So it's oh no, 1-2 here. So they've won this this map. So that's actually 6-0 in maps for TFS.
Yes, so that is Coast going the way of TFS. With the 6-0 I had predicted. So the last map for CMC and for TFS indeed in the group stage, Rally.
So some comments about what happened to Cemko. Not sure. Intriguing. No train from Snek, but he still managed to come third in driver points, so not bad, not bad. So Rally, let's see what we can do here.
So I can assure you that we have Nico, Jake and MixD on the CMC side. The TFS lineup not clear so far. Let's see what you guys have got. I'm expecting Joe to drive on the TFS side, probably Hawk, who seems to be strong right in the first round of warm-up, and either Hawki or Mizu. And I'm probably going to be solo casting this because Mix is obviously going to be driving this.
Yeah, probably my brain's going to be on all the turns.
To bring everyone up to date on the division standings in Division 2 prior to this match, so it was TFS in first place with 16, CMC2 in second with 7, followed by Air with 6 and CRM with 5. So TFS will keep first place no matter what, even if they had lost the previous 3 maps, which they hadn't. And what does it spell for CMC2? I should actually check.
So TFS are looking pretty handy in warm-up.
Oh yeah, it's difficult to say what's going to happen to CMC2 after Air and CRM play their match tomorrow, but looks like everything is going to depend on the actual outcome of the Air versus CRM match. Alright.
Do you have CMC's rally horn?
The bells.
The bells, okay.
It's like being in some countryside. Which
Yeah, countryside, a little used name for this environment. I think it did appear in the startup trailer for Trackmania Power Up. I think is about the only place that this environment is referred to as country. Oh, one more warm-up, please.
Okay, so we will have one more, which is requested not only by you but also by Nico. This is unusually short warm-up for me. I'm used to seeing 5, maybe 7 rounds of warm-up.
Yeah, well, that was quite common back in the day. Have 7 warm-ups, or yeah. I think in CMC2 we've been doing pretty well to keeping it down to 2 or 3 usually. In this current league.
I also noticed that Joe is probably not going to be driving this, and it's going to be Mizu, which would mean Hawk, Mizu and Hawki. I find it really annoying that they have 2 guys with almost identical nicknames.
Yeah, well,
I unfortunately don't know what sort of controllers the TFS players use, but I can tell the viewers that we have at least 2 joysticks on CMC. That is Nico and MixD, with their trusty thrustmasters.
indeed. I'll try not to thrust too much on this map. We'll see how it goes.
I wish you good luck.
Cheers. And my apologies if I swear or grunt or talk to myself. Maybe I should just mute my mic. It's too late now. Starting up. Yeah.
It's all up to you.
No, feel free to commentate. That'll be fine.
Okie dokie. And the lights are out, and away we go. Who's got the best start out of them all? Hawk, it will appear, but Mizu, ooh, not really doing well with that section. Right now we have Hawk, followed by Hawki, followed by Nico. Nico, probably the best rally driver on the CMC2 squad. Will be trying his best, but no, that does not seem to be working for him at the moment. Hawk and Hawki are just too far away, ahead of Jake and Nico. I am also informed by Hip that all of the TFS drivers are using gamepads. Alright, let's switch to Hawki, who is right on Hawk's tail. And let's see if anyone's going to cock up the finish, because there is an obstacle right in front of it. No issues whatsoever for TFS. They're going to get a round win with a 1-2 and a 4th to boot.
Yeah, and they have 113s there. That's close to my PB, so that's going to be really hard to beat.
Yes, that is about 1 second faster than my personal best. And I'm in Division 1 at the moment. I don't know what I'm doing there. But anyway, second round, Nico actually in the lead. Closely followed by Hawki, who is momentarily ahead of him, but oh, that is a good line from him, but he still manages to keep that first position even after a wall hit. But not for long, because Hawk is back in the game and back in first place, just like in last round. So it's Hawk from Nico from Hawki, and Hawk made a mistake. That puts Nico in the lead, followed by 2 TFS players. I saw some mistakes. Hawki has got into first. Nico, oh, I believe Nico lost a lot in that turn. Yes, it is going to be another TFS round, but that was close. I see you were only 200th away from 5th. Into the 3rd round we go. Somebody from TFS going a bit wide at that first checkpoint. We have Mizu in the lead, away from Hawki, Nico and Jake. Is this round going to work any differently? We shall find out. But at the moment Mizu and Hawki are going pretty well. No major mistakes. Hawk must have had a big crash because he's 5 seconds away from the leaders. Hawki dropping down to 4th. So as things stand, this is turning into a TFS round because Hawki is back into 2nd. Yes, that is probably going to go the way of TFS. Jake manages to get that 2nd position, but it is simply not sufficient. And Mizu with a deady top 10 and a 113.3. An 11-10 round, however, things are getting closer. 3-0, TFS in the lead. Let's see if CMC are actually going to give more of a fight in this map. Ooh, that is Mizu and Jake crashing into that checkpoint after the wobbly section. Hawk is far away in front from Hawki and Nico. Nico trying to get a switch back, it is not going to work. Also notice that Hawk and Hawki are using a wall bang in that tunnel.
Yeah, I tried it. It seemed to be slower for me.
Yes, that is...
in training.
Wall bangs are always tricky on rallies. Sometimes they work, sometimes the walls just suck you in and you lose a lot of speed.
The walls that suck, that's what I call them. I mean, okay, it's really the gutter at the side of the wall, but... TFS 1-2. Ay ay ay.
Yes, they're in a comfortable lead of over 1 second over MixD, who is in 3rd, and MixD has...
Well, I had to risk. I mean, there was... but yeah, if I hadn't made that mistake, maybe I could have got past Hawk, but it still wouldn't have been enough to win the round.
I was afraid you'd actually not finish and have to respawn, but you managed to at least keep it going. 4-0 for TFS. And another round. Hawk with a crash into that checkpoint after the wobbly section. Nico in 1st position, followed by Hawki and MixD. Hawki getting the jump onto Nico and pulling away on the off-road section, but he clipped the tunnel entrance, which cost him a significant portion of track position, but he's still leading this round. Let's see how it's going to unfold. At the moment it starts looking like a close 11-10 CMC round. Hawki is not giving up. He's right on Nico's tail and it's simply too close to call at the moment. Hawki's got a better line through that castle, but he clipped a wall, which put Nico in the lead. And Jake has got himself into 2nd position, but Nico crashes at that obstacle. Come on, respawn, mate! What the hell?
It doesn't make a difference at this point, but yeah.
Yes, so once he had crashed, that was obviously round done.
Well, I mean, you don't know what's happening behind you, so yeah, you should just respawn quickly if you're not going to make it.
It always makes sense to respawn. So yeah, 5-0 for TFS, map point. Hawki is on fire indeed with 25 points. Nobody seems to have crashed this starting section. Hawk is pulling away, but as I say that, he probably made a mistake and lost some speed on that section. So Hawki crashing. So it's Hawk and Mizu in the lead, and CMC players about a second in arrears, mixed with Hawki. Will there be any crashes? Because if there won't be, it is a TFS round win and a 6-0 for the second map straight.
Oh, got a bug coming up that bridge. Oh, that's annoying.
Yes. 1, 2, 3 at the moment for TFS. Even with Mizu crashing at that obstacle, it is still a 1-2 round win for TFS no matter what. But Mizu being sensible and actually finishing the round.
Going from the dirt to the bridge, I just bugged. That was kind of annoying. Anyway, okay.
Another 6-0 for TFS then. So it's 4-0. They take every map in this matchup tonight, and they had taken 3 out of 3 maps last time round, so it is 7-0 in total. That looked convincing, I would say.
Indeed, yeah. Well, it went pretty much the way we expected. Stadium 3-6, as I thought, was our only real chance.
6-2 probably it was on Desert, I don't quite remember.
It was, yeah.
And 2 clean sweeps with 6-0. Well, nothing unexpected in this match, so that was it from us. You can join me, or should I say us, tomorrow to watch the first part of the match between Revan and Trezen. Oh, yes, Trezen. That is going to be a hotly contested match, I believe.
Yes, it should be. That's going to be Division 1 drivers, highly skilled guys. It's going to be close racing.
Yes, so thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content, which I will surely provide. I also want to thank you, Mix, for joining me on the commentator bench.
You're welcome.
And that's it for us. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Goodbye.